What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about self-defense for people who have only trained kickboxing or Muay Thai. And I'm gonna call you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm more self-defense expert.
Sure, yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, yeah, so self-defense expert.
It doesn't mean much because that's such a broad, it'd be like saying you're a kickboxing expert, but there's a world of kickboxing and it could be, there's different styles.
Of course.
I'll take it.
Yeah, but somebody who could go, okay, you know what? If you're somebody on the channel who's trained for 2 years, 4 years, 10 years, but you've only trained with gloves on, you know how to throw low kicks, front kicks, but you want to know how you're going to fare in a street fight or what you should do, I would love for you to break down your opinion on, like, should I punch somebody, should I kick them, should I low kick them, like what's the best thing to do to end a street fight fast but not break my hands?
Yeah.
Like what are we going to do?
So what's lovely to me, and it's not as common as you would think, Gabriel asked me, he said, I'd like to think that I'd be fine. But he acknowledges that it's possible he isn't. And you might be thinking even, that's crazy talk. Cliff, my guy here, he is a professional fighter and a bouncer at a club, and he says, yeah, I don't know anything about self-defense. And I'm like, you know more than you think. So it's always exciting for me when someone who clearly does know a lot about just the art of fighting, period, to say, hey, maybe I don't know about self-defense. The divide... The self-defense, reality-based self-defense world thinks that there's this huge divide between sport and street. They'll tell you it's totally different. Yeah. A lot of combat athletes think that, no, I've got it covered. I'm fine, because I can really fight very well. The truth is there is a difference. It's just not as big as this marketing would have you believe. Yeah. There's considerations you have to change. A punch is a punch, a kick is a kick.
Right.
If you punch me with gloves on, it hurts. If you punch me without gloves on, it hurts and it cuts. You know, and you run a little more risk of breaking your hands, but breaking a hand in a Street Fighter self-defense encounter has never been the deciding factor, to my knowledge. Okay. Someone will comment some anecdote, some newspaper article, but if I've hit you so hard that I break my hand,
I'm probably more hurt.
Yeah, and even if we do a top of the head shot and I break my hand and I don't put you out, if you've ever broken your hand in a fight, it hurts, it affects the fight, but you don't go, I cannot fight anymore. Right. More stuff happens. The biggest divide, and it's why a lot of guys who are great at fighting, be it MMA or kickboxing or any combat sport, don't want to do self-defense, is it's not ego-affirming, because I'm going to cheat, right? Okay. If we squared up, you've got me in a stand-up fight all day long, right? But if we don't have gloves on, and I can grab your wrists, and you think, well, I know how to break wrists, how do you roll some elbows over, but then I pull out a training knife, and I start jamming into your guts, you know? And it's like, oh, but your footwork and your guard and your punches and kicks and head movement are better than mine, but I've jammed this rubber knife into your guts. You're like, well, that didn't feel great. Yeah. You know, and you have to train that a lot. And also, when we're doing self-defense training, I might just jump you with it. I won't tell you, ready? Let's go. Yeah. You ready? Yeah. Okay. Knife, let's fight. You know, I might just do it.
Just do it. Okay. So let's say that you're standing there, somebody comes up, they give you the big push, they put their hands up, you went, okay, you know what, I tried to talk my way out of the situation, I even tried to leave.
Yeah, maybe
I'm cornered. Yeah. Maybe I'm cornered. What are you going to tell somebody on the channel? Just like one basic thing to do. Like, is it not as simple as that?
It can be. You did the correct thing. This guy's so thoughtful. You gave all the caveats. Because if you just push me, generally a push, this means you don't want to fight.
Oh, okay.
That's why people push each other. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
I've been pushed before. Yeah. And I just talk my way out.
If a guy pushes you, you probably can.
Yeah, that's it. I've never had anybody be like, and try and knock me out. They try and start something first.
That's why I kind of don't love push defenses. Like you go to push and I do a move, or you go to push and I do a move.
Because you are potentially escalating?
It's probably not going to happen. I'm going to be gone because it's usually I'm just standing here like a dummy. If you pushed me, if you've communicated that we're going to fight, and I can't leave, and we're not already in contact, this is actually a rare occurrence.
Yeah, okay.
But if it's true, you make your decision and you go all in.
All in, committed.
The problem that a combat athlete may run into is you might think it's okay to kind of see what's going to happen. Okay. This guy sucks at fighting. Yeah. You don't have to establish your jab. You don't have to start getting a read on him. You just step in, boom, bang, and if he's untrained, you'll probably be all right.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's a low kick, in your opinion, a front kick, a punch, it's just...
I think front kick is great, and power shots are great. We're not trying to add up damage or score points, we're trying to finish him quickly.
Okay, I like it.
The big problem is that this occurrence is actually not how self-defense happens. Generally, by the time I realize I'm fighting, we're already in contact of some sort. You've already grabbed me, You've grabbed the back of my head to throw punches.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? You've shot for a sloppy takedown or a I say tackle. I have to say tackle in class to distinguish, because we got some wrestlers, they'll shoot a takedown. I say, don't shoot a takedown, tackle. Because we have to learn how to defend that untrained energy, which can be chaotic and harder to read. Generally, you'll already be attached. So you have to have a bare minimum, some solid clinch skills, some good takedown defense, and how to get up from bottom. Because you say never go to the ground in a street fight, sometimes the ground comes to you.
Okay, so I mean, but I like that. I think my big takeaway there was basically, I'm not going to move around. I'm not going to jab. I'm not going to fake. Yeah. I'm going to commit
and go
and then leave.
Boom, that's gone.
That's going through them, and I'm gone.
It's mechanically, you have the mechanical skills. It's the programming. What is my goal here that you can get lost in if you only ever train that?
Yeah, and that's good for me, because the couple times where people came up to me, I was like, oh, if this actually has to happen, I'm probably going to go back to my motor memory. I'm probably going to be like, okay, I'm going to touch. Yeah. I'm going to touch. I'm going to touch. So I got to change that mindset, I think.
And you might even find that it takes you longer, because how do we get ready for? We wrap our hands. We talk about it. We do the briefing. Yeah. We get in the mode. Maybe even the drive over, you're like, okay, I'm going to work on my jab today, or I got to, bite down my mouth guard. And there's lots of like cues that tell us we're ready. In a self-defense situation, none of that will happen. So I always encourage combat athletes, if they are interested in self-defense, do a couple knife rounds a week. Just 5 minutes. It's fun. It can be fun. Suddenly your jiu-jitsu is not better than mine if I have a knife in this hand, and you always have two hands on this one. Or if I can grab you from behind and pick you up, usually people go, hey, 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 hey. But if I want you to immediately start working to free those grips, just every once in a while, throw it in. You'll probably be fine. You probably fight better than 95% of the people on the planet, but you're going to be fighting people who are cheating.
That's awesome. I appreciate it. Guys, you can find out so much more about self-defense on Icy Mike's channel. I'm going to put it down in the description below. Thanks for joining me today. I will see you back here soon for another video.